Fireman Sam and Officer Steele had just finished a hard day's work when Fireman Sam noticed that the 4x4 was full of muddy puddles. And he said, "Look, Officer Steele, the van is full of muddy puddles. I think we better take it to Peppa Pig and George." "What a great idea," said Officer Steele. "Let's jump in and take it over to the garage to have Peppa and George to clean it." So Fireman Sam and Officer Steele get into the dirty 4x4. It's full of muddy puddles. "We need to get this cleaned," said Officer Steele. So off they went to go and see Peppa and George at the garage. So Peppa and George were waiting at the garage for Fireman Sam and Officer Steele. When Peppa said, "Here they are now, George. Wow, look how dirty the 4x4 is." "Where have you been, guys?" shouted Peppa. So Officer Steele got out and said, "We've just finished a hard day's work, and we noticed the van was so dirty we needed to bring it down to you because you guys do the best job in town," said Fireman Sam. George said, "Wow, I can't wait to start cleaning your car." Fireman Sam, "So can you clean it for us?" "No problem," said Peppa. "Just stand out of the way and we'll get it done in no time." So Fireman Sam and Officer Steele step out of the way and watch Peppa at work. George is going to do the front and Peppa's going to do the side. So slowly but surely Peppa cleans the side of the 4x4 and jumps on top and finishes the bit and said, "Go on, George, get the front." So with a helping hand, George manages to clean the front of the 4x4, and it came up really clean this time. So George falls over in excitement and starts jumping all into the muddy puddles. George can't help but mess about sometimes. So Peppa said, "Stop messing about, George. Let's join in." So Peppa joined in the fun, jumping in the muddy puddles, and realized it was quite a good idea just to have a little bit of fun. So with a helping hand, the mess that was on the 4x4 is cleaned up, and Fireman Sam and Officer Steele said, "Wow, what an amazing job you've done, guys. Good work. We'll definitely be bringing some of our other vehicles for you to clean." So Fireman Sam and Officer Steele were ready to go back when Fireman Sam said, "Are you coming, Officer Steele?" And Officer Steele said, "I'm going to stay here with Peppa and George for a little bit." So Fireman Sam headed off back to the garage to park the car up for the evening. Meanwhile, Peppa, George and Officer Steele were left at the garage. "Do you want some cake, Officer Steele?" said Peppa. "Let's go and get some. Don't forget to subscribe."